Hey, what's going on, Trap Watchers? Today is the second day of August 2021. I want you all to see, look at my chart. We are going to talk about Ethereum today. We are going to give you all a price prediction into the market. We want to see if Ethereum is still gearing up for this massive move that has started all the way since July the 20th, 2021. Hey, what's going on, everyone? And today's your first time ever seeing our video and our content. You actually appreciate the videos that we are creating and commenting on and doing our predictions for. Make sure you hit that like button, share the video, also subscribe here to the channel. One thing I want you to know, if this is your first time ever seeing our videos, is that we don't come in and try to pump up stocks. We don't try to come in and pump up cryptocurrencies. We don't come in and dump them. We simply look at the price of these particular products and see where the market is going to go so that we can ensure that we are in a position to capitalize and win. We want to dominate this space against the trap. Now, the one that I call the trap is the one who actually controls the market. He moves the price, and you can actually kind of get some evidence as to where he's trying to go, because every price bar you see, every volume bar you see is actually his bidding. This is where he's trying to go in terms of market price. So if you guys want to learn more, we're here. The doors are open. Hit the like button, share the video, and also subscribe here to the channel. Okay. So now real quick, let's go over our last price prediction, which we did in Ethereum. One thing we do on this particular platform is that we show you even the predictions when we get them wrong, when we get them incorrect. We still need to show everyone in our community those wrong predictions because we can learn from it. And you guys can see from our last price prediction in Ethereum, we didn't get it correct. Right outside from the gate, the market in Ethereum saw some higher price movement. So automatically, when we created our video, the next day we should have said, okay, something's not right. The market in Ethereum did not give us that same type of weakness that we talked about on the previous day, right? You guys can tell. Let me show it to you. So you can see it right here. The next day, July 21st, the market in Ethereum went up about 11, almost 12%. So immediately right then, there should have been some hesitancy as to, okay, maybe my prediction is not right. Maybe my prediction is wrong, and maybe I need to take the other side of the trade, i.e. expect the price to go higher. You see that? And even on our restriction line, so we had our restriction point in Ethereum right there around $2,065, right? The following day, July 22nd, the market price in Ethereum was still able to move higher, albeit it was a very small move higher, but it still confirmed that the price in Ethereum was going to go higher. And that is precisely what the market has done since then. So yeah, the market prediction that we created back there on July the 20th didn't go right. Okay. So now the question is the market in Ethereum still gearing up for higher prices? Can we still expect this price in Ethereum to go higher? So let's take a look at that real quick. Let me get rid of this first. If you guys were to get out right now, we'll be down about 48%. Right there. That's how far the market in Ethereum has gone from July the 20th to today's date. 48% movement. So naturally, that is pretty much a straight shot higher. Naturally, you would expect us to come back down eventually, right? Like this movement over the last month, from the ending of July to the beginning of this month of August, has been pretty much a straight movement higher in price. What is going on? This is why technical indicators cannot predict this type of movement. This is pretty much a very bullish movement that Ethereum created. So we need to see, can it be maintained? Let's see. So now, first things first. A lot of our cryptocurrency videos that we've done, we've identified that the trap has confirmed some areas of support into the market. And Ethereum is not the exception. Okay, you guys see that? So one thing we need to do, because we were tracking the market in Ethereum under the premise that it's going to follow this ascending line, right? We was looking for that market price in Ethereum maybe to give us another leg movement lower around $1,600, and then come and maybe give us a very quick touch on that ascending line. Obviously that did not happen. So we don't need to keep this ascending line on our chart. There's no need for us to have it there. That's one thing we do. We're not about that confusion. The more lines, the more indicators, the more information you try to digest, the more confused you'll be. So let's clean up this chart. Whew, there you go. Now that was It looks a lot better now. You see how clean that chart looks? This is what it's all about. The cleaner the chart, the better you'll be. So now we got our support area into the market in Ethereum. Now what this means, okay, from the long-term perspective is that this is the base, okay? $1,800 into the market in Ethereum is the base. We cannot see that price from here on out break below $1,800, because once it do, we understand that 1,600, even that ascending line that I had, it's going to get tested. So keep that in mind for the long term. So now let's look at the market in Ethereum on a 3-day time frame. Now let's get into making a determination if the market in Ethereum is going to continue to shoot higher in price. So far, so good. I mean, the market price in Ethereum definitely looks like it wants to come up here. Let me show it to you. I'm gonna circle it. Look like the next area of restriction into the market in Ethereum is going to be right up here to the tops of these 3-day price bars, right? So it's around $2,800 to like $2,900. That is the location that the market is expected to get some more selling, okay? 5-day time frame. The last 15 days, the market in Ethereum has saw pretty good movement to the upside in price. Fantastic, right? If you're not into that play that started back in July, the ending half of July, you're now asking yourself the question, well, should I jump on now? Is the market in Ethereum still going to go higher in price? You might want to pump the brakes, because it looks like the market in Ethereum may be running out of gas, and that massive rally that started back in July, it might be ending real soon. Okay, so take a look at this on the weekly. Look at how we ended last week. The volume in Ethereum is pretty decent. It was on average from what we saw last week, but take a look at where the market closed. We closed off of the high of that bar, so that simply tells us that people was taking some profits out the market. Now, when people take profits off the market, you don't want to be the one left holding the bag, right? So we still need to be careful in the sense that Ethereum can maintain some higher price movement, because people were selling on last week's price bar. This is the 2 weeks time frame. Now this is where we can actually see some indications of market strength in Ethereum. But wait, let me show you this, because there's nothing new under the sun when it comes to trading in the cryptocurrency markets, even in stocks. There's nothing new. Look at this 2-week price bar right here. You see that? It looks almost identical to what we just went through the last 2 weeks. We saw a pretty good spread, came back down. Saw a pretty good spread last 2 weeks. Can you expect to come back down again? Because look at where we closed. Look at the high of that 2-week price bar. You see that? So can we still see some rejection around $27, $28, $2,900? I'll be the first one to tell you that. I really don't want you all to be, confused, to be led into thinking that everything is going to continue to go higher in price when that's not the case. I got to give you what we're seeing on the chart. So let's see how we ended out the month. So this is the monthly time frame in Ethereum. And for us to see the market price in Ethereum in July end at the high of the bar, it tells us that there's still some gas in the tank that we can expect some higher price movement. But that's within the next 30 days, 31 days. So even if we do see the market price in Ethereum come down, based off this monthly time frame, we would expect to see higher prices. That is still here on the table in the market in Ethereum. Okay, this is the 13-hour. And look at the increases in volume right now that we've seen over the last 26 hours. And it's at a moment to where the prices trade around $2,600 to $2,700. We need to see in the next 3 hours, we got to pay attention to see how the market reacts. We got to pay attention to see how the market reacts to this increase in volume. Okay. 9 hours. You guys can tell it. The market has been selling into the space for Ethereum. So if you're not into the market yet in Ethereum, yeah, I want to be in such a rush to try to come in and try to buy that. even though on the 30-day, even though on the monthly time frame, we're still seeing strength into the market in Ethereum. Is right now the time to jump into the ship, or can we expect the market to go lower? Because I wanted to show you these varying time frames. This is the 5-hour time frame. Look at all this volume coming through. It's one thing that price charts tell us. It gives us all the information we need. All of this volume has some big people, some big institutions, someone with a whole lot of Ethereum in their accounts, definitely trying to move this market, right? That is what's going on these last, 4-5 hour price bars. Look at this on the 3-hour. The volume is still there. It is still being generated and it is still being garnered. So by us seeing all of this selling go on into the market in Ethereum over the last couple of hours and how the market is not being rejected, it lets us know that, yeah, the market is still geared for some higher prices. But I don't want you all to think that the market price is going to shoot up to around $4,000 to $4,500. I still can see the market in Ethereum get rejected right up here around $2,800 to $2,900. Now let's see if that is even worth putting on the play though. Okay, it's about 7.62% to hit 28, and then for 29 it's about 12.33. Okay, so what do you all think? Is that a play? Is that something you all will be willing to jump into the ship of and making some bank? Right? So let me switch this back over to the daily. And you guys can see right here on this high volume, right there. High volume today, closing off the high of the bar right now on the 2-day time frame. So in this particular situation, considering how the market in Ethereum has already seen a pretty good movement to the upside from that base price support of $1,800, we're going to sideline this particular market in Ethereum, because I think the market has already been geared enough to go from $1,800 to around $2,600 now. And now it's about time for the market to get some type of reprieve, to take a break, to get a breather, to come back down. So long as price stays above $2,400, I would even say around like $2,300, the long-term purview is, yeah, the market in Ethereum will continue to try to trek higher. But as a timing aspect, yeah, I will have to wait. I want to come in and do a price prediction into the market in Ethereum all the way up here because of the run that we've already established, that has already been in. So rather than coming in and thinking that everything is always a play, there are times where you don't need to come to the market and participate, especially if you're not already in the play. You don't need to come in and think you need to jump onto the ship and try to inch out another 7 or 12%. It's just not worth it from our perspective. So is the market in Ethereum gearing up for a massive rally? Well, I would say that pretty much quote unquote massive rally has already occurred once the market bounced around $1,800. Now from a monthly perspective, yeah, the market in Ethereum is hinting that it wants to continue to go higher in price, but I really want to wait and see how far we go down on this next leg lower. So that's it. We're not going to put a price prediction into the market. I will do this though. Let me give you this. Okay, because I'm telling you that the area of restriction into the market in Ethereum is up here around like $2,800 to $2,900. So this is where we're going to create the expectation that the market is going to start some selling right there. Okay, so I would say like $2,800 to $2,900. That is where the market is going to bump its head and try to come back down. And then on that next leg down, the sooner that we see support, the higher the market price will be in the long term. All right, so let's just sit back, chill out. If you're not into the run yet, if you're not into the play right now in Ethereum, and see where the next leg lower will be. All right, so now this is what we think. You know, this is what we're seeing on the price chart. You all got your own brain, you got your own mind, and you can see things differently from what we are noticing on the chart. So now this is your opportunity. One thing about us, we want to collaborate with our community, and I want to get your thoughts. right? Tell me, where do you see the market price in Ethereum going over the next month? So the next 4 months, I want you all to tell me, where do you all expect the price in Ethereum to go? Because this is what we're looking at, okay? We're looking for the market to come up, get some weakness, come back down, possibly grab some support around 24, no lower than 22, and then we'll start to see some movement back to the upside, like in the next 30 days. Something like that. Okay, that's kind of what we're expecting the market to do. So now, your turn. Let me know. Make sure you maintain the profitability. And as always, trade different.